What's going on, guys? It's Dan here. Welcome to a very special unboxing. Very surprised for a lot of you. Basically, I just bought a brand new capture device for my gameplay. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are like, Dan, what the hell? You said you just got your current device, like, I don't know. Technically, it's all, like, over half a year ago. It's like 7-8 months ago I got it. And, you know, basically, why did I do this? Okay, you know what? I don't know if you guys saw previous videos. Dead Space had happened. Crisis 3 had happened. Basically, the capture device screwed up and didn't, like, just cut the audio. Now, back in the day, like, I'm talking like a couple years back with my old PVR, this would happen from time to time. It wouldn't happen often, but it would happen occasionally. I usually get really lucky and it would cut out right when I was about to stop it. But in this case, it cut out pretty much right when I started the recording, so there's a huge chunk of parts missing game audio. It still has commentary because that's a separate recording thing, but it didn't have game audio, and that really screws things up, especially if there's like a really important conversation or event that happens in the game. Look at that, you have no game audio, so you can't enjoy its full experience. Now, I decided to get the Elgato Game Capture HD, which is basically, it does everything I want it to do and more. Not just because it's going to be better than what I have. If you don't know what I have the Hauppauge HD PVR. The Hauppauge HD PVR was the shit. It was. I mean, everyone loved it. It was the best thing on the market. Well, guess what? The market has grown. So technically, the Hauppauge HD PVR is actually not the best tool to purchase anymore. People ask me, Dan, what do you use? I would tell them. But to be honest, like, there's way better devices out there, plain and simple, because the Hauppauge is kind of old school. I mean, yes, it has a new one that does HDMI, but things like this and the AverMedia game capture as well are way more advanced. They use better tools to record. Now this, however, the Elgato is the best out of all three, if you ask me. The AverMedia doesn't have as many features. It can't do the night. Its quality isn't as good. Same thing with the Hauppauge HD PVR. Same deal. So this not only has some awesome features that I love, but the quality that it records in is awesome. And what am I talking about? Well, this thing will record in 1080p no matter what you have plugged into it, okay? So basically, the cool thing about that is, and it also converts it. So say, for example, oh my god, okay, 1080p doesn't seem to record that well, or something like that. Let's just say that were to happen. I can still record in 720p, but I can enjoy what I'm recording in 1080p. Well, right now, every time I record, I have to put the console in 720p each time. This time, all I got to do is plug it in, and boom, it's done. And I don't even think this thing needs a power source. I think it runs off your computer's power source. I could be very wrong. Let me see. Yep, there's no power cord. You don't need one. So that's one less thing I got to plug in. So, there's quick start guide, USB cable, HDMI cable, PS3 cable, and component adapter. In the event that I want to use components, so I don't have to use HDMI, but it does have an S-video slot if you want to use components. So, like I said, if I'm feeling, you know, like, oh, I don't want to use HDMI or I don't have the necessary things to do it, well, there you go. And this, it says it only works for PS3 and Xbox. It doesn't say it only works, but it just says for Xbox 360 and PS3. Well, just so you know, it does work on Wii U. I looked it up before I tested it. It's just that Wii U came out after this thing was first released. So anyway, enough blabbering. Let me open this up for you, show you guys the new device. Today's the actual perfect day. What's happening here? The perfect day for me to actually get this, and for this, because I ordered it online from Amazon. And it's a perfect day because I actually got off work super early, so it gives me time to mess around with it. Alright, so we have our little window, and you pop it out. The device is tiny, man. This thing is, here's relation to my hand. That's how big this thing is. And the PVR was basically the size of this box. That's about right. It's about the size of this box, my PVR. So that's funny. Like, look at the size difference. That's crazy. So you have your, I believe that's HDMI in, so whatever device you're recording with your S-video, which is basically also your component parts, and HDMI out. Wait, is that right? Yeah. So this will basically go. This will go to your TV, and at least I think that's how it's gonna. Hopefully I don't have to go out and get a longer HDMI cord or a longer USB. I should be okay, but I may have to run out real quick and buy one. I certainly hope I don't have to do that. But anyways, that thing of beauty, like that's unbelievable. That thing's like in your pocket type stuff. So anyway, that's the actual recorder. Now there's going to be other components and parts in here. Just let me open this box here. Alright, so enclosed, here is the S-Video to component, if I'm not mistaken, or it's just a component adapter. You have an HDMI. Don't know which one it's for. It says there's one for PS3 and Xbox. Doesn't make sense. Here's your S-Video adapter, your component adapter. Always good to have that, as well as your USB. Now I'm anxious to see how long this USB cord is, if it'll actually stretch to my computer, because I don't know if you guys knew with Hapag, but they give you a shrimp dick cable. I'm talking, it's maybe a foot long. Actually no, I think it's about 3 feet long. It's 3 feet long. Will this stretch? Actually, I think it might. I think it might just stretch. It looks promising. Because of where I keep my, I can't really show you, but it looks promising. I think it might be long enough. So I think we're good in that department. HDMI-wise, I may have to rig up and get an extra one somewhere because of the way I have long HDMI cords, but not for each device. I don't have an extra HDMI for the Elgato itself. This is what they give you. I don't know if the Elgato's HDMI will stretch that far, and I may have to go buy another one. I really hope I don't have to do that, but you know what? Or I can just switch it out and use one of my older ones and switch things. Does that make sense? Yeah, see, this is just a tiny one. This is just tiny. Because I do have longer HDMIs. I'm just trying to think, though. You know what? I could probably switch this with my Apple TV. My Apple TV's is really small. I mean, it's super long. My Apple TV's is way too long. Yeah, I think I might do that. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. It's because they always give you just, here, I'll show you, end to end. It's a very tiny cable. Pretty useless in my mind, but anyway, I'll rig something up. So you got your USB, you have your component, which, yeah, which nicely it separates it like this, and it's loose. This is what I like about this. If I went this route, like I've been doing and using component, it's all loose, so it can stretch to wherever the cable can go. Before, I had to plug it into a fixed position, and it'd be so weird to see, and it would be really annoying. So that's good. I like those type of cables. A lot of TV companies are releasing their TVs like that. So, anyways, and this as well. What is this? Ah, gotcha. This is for the PS3, as you can see. If you wanted to use component, they gave you an S-Video cable for it. That's interesting. So that's cool that they give you all these parts. I'm not going to be using them, of course. But I like the fact that there's no power. That's awesome. It's all powered by a USB, which obviously I have a brand new power source in my PC, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'm not even going to use this because I'll be doing it by HDMI. Now here's some of the perks about this, guys. I'm probably going to try and record my gameplay now in 1080p if it's possible, or the highest quality possible, which means you guys are going to get a better quality. Downside of that is the higher the quality, the longer it takes to render and edit out. So the parts will be nicer quality, but it might take a little longer for them to upload. I'm going to try it out with some gameplay first before I do anything of that sort. And as well, one of the cool features about this guy is that when I'm recording commentary, I actually have to sync it up manually I use a different recording program to do that, and then I have to sync it up. But they have something where you can connect a microphone to this, and it'll go at the same time your video records, so it'll be in sync perfectly. The problem with that is sometimes the gameplay isn't always quiet, so therefore you can't individually lower or raise the volume of your setup later on. Now the problem is people are saying, well, why don't you just up the volume of your mic? Well, you don't know how loud it's going to be, and your mic it has to be at a very solid state at all times. It's hard to explain, but I keep it at the perfect pitch so I can manually adjust it, increase or decrease if need be. So if it records it in a separate track, that would be perfect. Like if it's got its own thing and it edits out in its own thing, then I can just put it together. I don't have to worry about syncing it. Just put it in there, and boom, it looks perfect, it sounds perfect, and I can just adjust the volumes accordingly. So, but from the looks of things, that's all that really is included. I won't be needing any of this except for these. Everything else I have on my own. I'm going to put these back, because like I don't need these. And I'm going to slide this. Well, I guess it's supposed to go like this. It is a newer device, so I am happy about that. And it works on Mac too. This thing works on Mac and PC. I'm actually going to look at the system requirements. PC Windows 7, 2 gigahertz dual core. Oh my God, I have a quad core sitting at 3 point. I can't remember what gigahertz. I can't remember what it's clocked at right now. And sound card, obviously. 4 gigs of RAM. I have 8 of them, and built-in USB. That's obvious. But I can't wait to try this out. I want to see the quality, and I'm going to try and finish up some complete some games that I've been working on, and we'll see how good they look. And you guys have to give me some feedback, because that'll be the test footage. It'll still be a part of the gameplay, but you'll have to let me know how it looks. I really want to see. So, thanks guys for watching this special unboxing of the Elgato Game Capture HD. As soon as I get some footage up, the next gameplay you'll see will be with this guy. So basically, if you don't know what game it'll be, just click the next one, because I'm not even sure what I want to record yet. But just click the next one pretty much after this video, next gameplay video, and you'll see the new footage. So, thanks again guys for watching this unboxing. Stay tuned for the gameplay. I can't wait to try this guy out. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully it's a nice improvement to what I've had, and hopefully we have no more issues like that audio failure or skipping of videos, because that would happen a lot, man. The Hapog did have problems, really annoying problems, especially with the firmware. I don't know how many times Hapog would put out a buggy firmware that would do you no good. So let's just hope on this guy. I can't wait to try it out. I've heard nothing but good things. So until then, guys, stay tuned for the gameplay, and we'll see you then.